Sir, aren't you making a distinction when you speak of thoughts, inaction versus not using thoughts? Aren't you making a distinction between memory of facts, like your address, versus memory of patterns, especially patterns of relationship and disengagement?
Are you making a difference, is there a difference between memory of facts, memory as knowledge, which is the understanding of facts, and the freedom from the fact and going beyond it? Is that the question, sir? Yes.
The lack of thoughts that represent patterns of relationships.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't hear.
There is a memory that
There is memory that represents fact and relationship. There is patterns of relationship. There is memory that represents patterns of relationship. Do you have patterns in relationship? This is something new which I have not heard before. Do you have patterns of relationship? You behave towards one person in one way, towards another way, and to your boss another way, to your wife another way, if you have a cook another way. Is that the pattern of behavior? You are an analyst in one way, to your doctor another way. Is that it? Is that it? What a complicated life you must have. You must be changing your masks all the time, aren't you? When you go to the doctor, you put on one mask. When you meet your wife, put on a different mask. And your boss, and so on. Change it, putting on masks. And you call that patterns of behavior in relationship? Good Lord. So you have different facets of relationship. That means you are never yourself, whatever that be. There's always a pretension, a pose. And that inevitably breeds conflict. You're different to your wife, different to your boss, different to the priest if you have one. Obviously, you're totally different to your analyst if you have one. So, you're always living in contradiction and therefore conflict. Now, when you see that, when you are really aware of that, honestly, not deceive yourself. You're actually aware that you're pretending all the time, putting on different faces all the time. When you see the falseness of it, then you see the truth that you must be yourself. Then you begin to inquire, what is yourself? Is not yourself are all these patterns? Are you following this? Is not yourself how you behave to the doctor, to the wife, to the child, to the and so on? That is yourself. So, say, what is myself? To find that out There must be no pretension. Don't pretend to be one thing, say another, do another. Then you will find out what you are. You'll find out what you are, which is all these calculated pretensions. And when you go beyond all these pretensions, all these poses, all these imaginations, contriving remembrances, images, what are you at the end of it? Nothing at all, are you? Aren't you? And we are frightened to be nothing. You say, well, if I'm nothing, I'll be destroyed by society. Be destroyed by society. You won't be destroyed. See, sir, when you are really nothing, which means thought, which has put together the me, is no longer there, then there is a totally different kind of energy, which is much more real than the imaginary me which has been put together by thought.